Wọ́n ignore wa ni tó bá ti di accreditation wọ́n ignore wa wọ́n tí a bá dé lọ́dọ̀ wa ni wọ́n gbé ìbámẹ́tì wa àní kọ̀ǹpútà laptop ẹ̀yọ̀ kan tàbí but I'm qualified to take that. Mo try my ìgbà tí a kọ́kọ́ dé ṣùgbọ́n tó yẹ tí wọ́n ń supply ìròyìn nípa àpẹẹrẹ. Àpọ̀. When those things started coming, I was just really called to be me. I will think forward to take forward to take. I just get. What's the name? It will be nice. Yeah, you don't know the streets. People know that. People know that. Physiology is what I need to do. What I will pay Mrs. Achao, Dr. Mrs. Achao ni hello? PA system kékeré public address system kékeré portable. Orí. Hello, Dr. Mrs. Yeah, it's not going to properly for this. What do you need to do? Thank you.
No, the YouTube. It's very good. Let's also have the information that if you are too big, you are too big, the fact that you everybody will not put me. We watch this news. Because the voice will be is almost late unless it will be nice because so what's it going to be?
No, we are live already.
We are live already.
Yes.
Okay. What I'm saying is that the voice because we still have the
Okay. Let me play it.
We still don't have the.
Let me play the output. Okay. No, as in what is going on? Let me play it and see.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Thank you. I was thinking, man. What do you love? Okay, just on the next 5 years. It's not like humans. Okay, to Lara. One to be allowed, one to be like that. Let me.
Yes, they put projector.
What can we do?
Need enough, ça fait. Perfect.
Like,
Good morning, sir. Yes, sir. Anytime you okay, sir. Okay, sir. This is there.
Okay.
People are not there. Where are the police?
We are librarians.
Who is going to be these are not there. Chief Fixie. Just some content. This is already almost there. Go to one line. Go back to some.
Hello. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Why not? I think yeah, sir. Yeah, sir.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We want to welcome you to the Inception workshop. Hello. Now we can set down, we're starting. Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. As we are addressed. Welcome to the Inception workshop of one of the groups that won the Inception form in 2021. This meeting is the Inception workshop meeting. And we expect that our also beside this that we can follow with the program. To kickstart this meeting, I've been mandated to plead with us. It is a meeting that we expect to be distributed worldwide. So we will sing the national anthem, we will go Lagos State and finally Lautech before we start. So at this point, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please let's rise for the national anthem, which we will all sing after the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Rise to compatriots, Nigeria's all obey, to serve our father's land with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve without a mind, one nation bounding freedom, beside unity. So I want to seek the permission of the representative of the anti-vice chancellor to indicate whether we should stop as national. We were thinking of a situation where so many people want to know about stuff. Thank you so much. We are good to go.
We are good to do.
Let's have a let's continue.
What I mean is that
We should stop at national. God bless you. Let's be seated. This morning, it is my pleasure to introduce to us the dignitaries we are present, starting with the representative of our acting vice chancellor. Please welcome the representative this morning, the chair being Faculty of Arts, Faculty of Air and Applied Sciences, Professor Tubi. You're welcome, sir. I'm also glad to inform us that we have the Registrar of the University, Secretary to the Governing Council, Secretary to Senate, Dr. Karen Akebele Ogunede. Please invite him, sir. The representative from Proposa, Mr. Adeboye Garinka, please welcome him. We have the Director of the Lautech Center for Research, Innovation, and Research, Professor African. I have the permission of the ITB. I also want to invite the ITB former provost of this university, of this College of Health Sciences, and the principal investigator of the TB Research Group, Professor Samuel Kano. I'd also like to invite to the ITB Professor Aminati. Welcome for this. Professor Lati, the chairperson, the leader of the Lautech Research Group in Lautech. We want to punctuate introduction here and call on the provost of the college.
Vice Chancellor, Professor R.O.R. Alilu, ably represented by the Chairman Committee of Provost and Dean, Professor A.T. the Registrar of Lautech, Dr. Karen, the Bossa, ably represented the Director of Lautech, Professor Taufik. My own person, very personal person, former Dean of Faculty of Physics and Sciences, former Chairman Committee of Provost and Dean of the University, Professor Tuberculosis. I co-investigate Professor Yemisi and ECG. Distinguished members of the Lautech community. My very good co-PI, the PI of Crooked, was the Latif, other distinguished members. Let me talk about the guys that we established late. The VC came exactly at 11. And we're sorry that we couldn't, members couldn't do that. I'm also apologizing on behalf of the members of the college, particularly the provost who just recently told me that he is in another meeting and that he will join us. The CMB too will join us very shortly. Some of them they are busy, meditation, but also you know how busy you are. And that's why I'm appreciating you for coming to this meeting. Now, this is an Inception workshop of the Tuberculosis research group of Lautech. And this group was formed in 2021 towards application for the 2021 National Research Fund of Tech, which, by the grace of God, the group was able to win. The project, our project is a multi-center project and it's titled Evaluation of Loop-Mediated Isothermal Amplification Detection of Active Tuberculosis and Interferodermal Release Assay Screening of Latent Tuberculosis in the Air. That was the project that was prepared and was funded through the Tech Fund 2021 grant site. So the essence of this workshop or this meeting is just to intimate the university community of the project and to also solicit continuous support of the various arms of the university towards the success of this project. That is what this workshop is all about, and I'm very happy that the Vice Chancellor is able to be represented there. So I'm not going to give a brief overview of what the project is all about. The project is supposed to be executed over a period of 24 months, and we have started the project in earnest. So these are my co-investigators. They are drawn from 9, we have a total of 9 tertiary healthcare centers, Lautech being the host institution. So these people are, these researchers are drawn from every part of this country to work on this project. So we have Professor Adebola Olayikan, who is, as at the time we were applying for the grant, was at Ahmadu Bello University, but now at WHO country office in Abuja. Professor Rasif Adjanibakai is from University of Ibadan, University of Hospital. Our Professor MC Adesitu is from Lautech. Professor Comfort Akidobi is from Nnamdi Azikiwe University and Nnamdi Azikiwe University Teaching Hospital. Professor Olubede Abobere, who is our immediate past chairman of Lautech Teaching Hospital, also from this place. Professor Galadima Zam is from University of Maiduguri and University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital. Dr. Esther Halbi is from the Hato Araf Specialist Hospital in Nasarawa. Dr. Yahya Mohammed is from Usman Danfodio University and Usman Danfodio University Teaching Hospital, Sokoto. Dr. Arian Jose Osaibofu from University of Benin, University of Benin Teaching Hospital. Dr. Olawaju Chibu is from Ahmadu Bello University area and the National Tuberculosis and Leprosy Training Center in the Lions area. Dr. Bandele Mutiu is from Lagos State University and Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, Lagos. Dr. Muiwa Okoyemi, one of our mentees, who was previously from Lautech Teaching Hospital, moved to University of Ilorin Teaching Hospital. So it's still part of us, it's still within the geographic coverage of the project. And Dr. Subisola Abayomi, who was here as one of the mentees, but has moved out of the geographical region of the project, so has migrated to Wales. So let me give you some background to what we are doing today, what informed us to do this project. So the project is the disease is tuberculosis, and we all know that tuberculosis, which is popularly known as TB, is an ancient disease that persisted mankind for millennia, and it still remains a very terrible infectious disease with high mortality. So a lot of people are dying and high morbidity. A lot of people are having ES and their own life is terribly affected. It is a global scourge affecting approximately 1/3 of the world population. Either they have the disease or they have the infection. And 10 million new cases were reported in 2021. It's been said that every 1 second, one person is infected with TB over the world. And also last year, 1.6 million people died from TB. Now this death is directly, felt in low and middle income countries like our own country as part of those suffering the death. For example, the death from developing countries was 1.43 million in 2020, and just 70,000 deaths from high income countries or developed countries. So the major burden is here. It's responsible for 25% of all avoided deaths, and 75% of these deaths occur in economically productive age group. Nigeria has a very high TB burden. It's among the 8 countries that contributed to about 2/3 of TB cases in 2021, alongside South Africa, Pakistan, India, Indonesia, China, Bangladesh, and Philippines. So Nigeria is a hotspot for TB. The agencies in the world agencies like the WHO, NTB, and tuberculosis have set a target long time ago, as long as 2015, of eradicating TB in the world, and that target was put at 2025. The United Nations Sustainable Development Program or project had a target 3.3 that was targeted at eradicating TB in 2030. Now, eradication means you are eliminating the disease and you are eliminating the infection. That's when you can have a hope of eradication. But Nigeria in 2015 also has its own plan to eliminate TB. We're not talking about eradication, but eliminate TB as a public health problem by 2050. So that looks like it's not in consonance with what the global trend is talking about, the global world is talking about. So we need to look at this critically. Now, there are critical pillars that the WHO, NTB, eradication project, is concerned about. But we are looking at just one pillar from our own diagnostic perspective. And that is the integrated TB center care and prevention, which involves early diagnosis of active TB disease and screening of contacts and high-risk group of those who have latent TB infection. These are the people that have the TB but they don't have symptoms, and they can develop the disease much more quicker. So they are reservoir of the disease, and of course, we must have drug sensitivity testing. So looking at this from the diagnostic perspective, which is what our project is all about, what are the current confirmatory methods of diagnosis of TB that are available, and what are their what's the problem with them? Why are we having problems with these methods? One, in diagnosing acute TB cases, the most significant method that we still use widely today in Nigeria and probably elsewhere in low-income countries is using microscope by direct or by fluorescence microscope. And we have used that in the past. We have done some publications in the past, and of course, recommended that method is not very sensitive enough. It's going to miss a lot of cases. We have culture. We have several ways by which we can culture the organisms, identify it through solid media, semi-solid media, liquid cultures. These are all available. We have the nucleic acid amplification technologies, which are molecular method, particularly the one that we use in Nigeria is the gene extract. And of course, we have many others like that. And then to look at the reservoir, how do you screen, how do you get those who have the TB pathogen, but they are not having the disease? There are two methods. The what we call the tuberculosis skin test or the monkey test, and then we have the interferogamma release assay by several methods by which you can use that. So what are the challenges with this diagnostic method in achieving TB eradication or elimination as the case may be? Now, sputum microscopy is not sensitive. So it misses nearly every second positive case. That's not a very good test. I'm going to miss a lot of people that have the disease. And these are the people that will spread the infection. Culture takes a long time, 2 to 4 weeks at best, to become positive. It's relatively expensive, require expensive gadgets, and it's only available in very few tertiary centers in Nigeria. The nucleic acid amplifier test, that's gene expert, is very good, very sensitive, very specific, and detect resistance, but it needs costly infrastructure. It needs trained staff and needs so many complex optics. And so it's a big problem in making that available to every local government of Nigeria. And of course, for the screen test, the one that we use in Nigeria is monkey test. But the accuracy of this test is very low, particularly in those who are previously vaccinated with BCG, which is what we did in our own environment. So this test cannot differentiate between those who have been vaccinated and those who have non-tuberculosis infection. Because there's an infection that looks like TB, but they are not caused by the TB pathogen. They are not tuberculosis pathogen. So this test is not very good. So meaning that we have missed cases of active TB with our microscopy and our gene tester that we are using currently. So when we are doing case findings, and we are looking for those who have the disease, we have repeatedly received poor results. So more than 50% of cases are missed. And these are the people that spread the disease in the population, as you can see on the right side of this graph. So missed cases of active TB lead to impairment of the elimination effort that we want to eliminate the disease. And of course, the reservoir of TB, which are what we call the latent TB infection, we are not even actively looking for this group of people in Nigeria. And so, without eliminating the reservoir or those who have the infection, we cannot be talking about efforts at eradication. And so, we need to look at this very critically. And that's one of the reasons why these are tests. These are our projects. So, we're looking at alternative diagnostic, which are the alternative that we have that we think we can deploy, or we can cause our government to deploy for currently either to add on to what we have or to replace what we have. So we need diagnostic that will be robust. In other words, it will be something that can be done almost everywhere without requiring very expensive infrastructure. Something that can perform very well. In other words, very sensitive and it's also very specific. That can be easily used by minimally trained individual. That will be cost effective, not too expensive so that people cannot afford it, or even the government cannot afford to go and procure it in large amount. And then should be very, very fast because speed, time is of essence. If you get a test that can get it done in 1 hour, that will be very, very good to be able to identify those who have it. So these two tests, TB Lab and IGRA, are the two tests that we think should be deployed. Now, TB Lab, like I said, is loop-mediated amplification technology. This technology was developed in Japan by a company called 18 Chemicals and has been tested in many clients, particularly high-income countries, and in some low-income countries, like you can see, I'm sure it's not very clear, but this is just to show where some of those tests have been done. They are very good, specific, and very high specific, but the sensitivity varies between different countries. But when you look at those countries, Nigeria has never been included in this kind of studies. And so we feel that Nigeria is a very heterogeneous population. It's the largest black nations in the world. And we think we can't rely on results from currently neighboring countries who are not currently no more than the population of Oyo State. So we feel that this should be tested, this land asset should be evaluated in representative population of the area. And that's the essence of this testing this alternative diagnosis. The second one is the IGRA asset, which I said we have been tested in some few areas in the area. But 2011, the WHO had a policy that this thing is not recommended to replace tuberculosis test in low and middle income countries. And we felt that we looked at those studies that were used to arrive at that policy. In fact, the end of that policy is in Nigeria. We never lived in Nigeria. And there was no Nigerian study that was part of that policy. So we feel that this should be revisited. And that was why we felt that for us to talk about eradication, we need to eliminate disease. We need to know those who are carrying this disease, this pathogen, they cannot manifest it, but that they can develop this disease over some time. So that's why we said we are going to look at this idea again, and let's generate data that will be our own data, Nigerian data, which we can give to the federal government of Nigeria, and then we can consider these two methods. So that we have two-pronged attack. We are eliminating, we are targeting the disease, and we are also targeting the infection, so that we can also be in synchrony with what the world wants. And that is to eliminate, to eradicate TB from the face of the earth. There are two major diseases that are infectious diseases that have been eradicated in the world. Smallpox was eradicated in 1980 by deliberate efforts, vaccination. In 2010, another disease, infectious disease, that was in cattle, in ruminants, was also eradicated. So there's nothing that stops us from actually achieving eradication of TB. But we have to start from somewhere. Getting those who have the disease, those who have the infection, and taking necessary action. So our main objective is to evaluate this TB lab as an alternative test to sputum microscopy in diagnosis of active TB disease, and also to evaluate IGRA as an alternative to tuberculosis test in screening for latent tuberculosis infection in adult Nigerian population. So specifically, we're going to look at the TB lab for us to evaluate the diagnostic performance. We have to look at the sensitivity, the specificity, and the predictive values. And we can only get this when we have a gold standard. The world today, the gold standard test for TB detection, active TB detection, is culture. So we're going to evaluate the TB lab against the gold standard culture, which is the reference number. We're going to do the same for the gene expert, because we want to evaluate TB lab against microscopy and gene expert. So we have to first of all evaluate them independently against the gold standard. So we're going to do that for the gene expert. We're going to do that for sputum microscopy. We have data already on this, but this we cannot assume data. We are going to have comparison. So we're going to do that, and then we compare the diagnostic performance of the TB lab as a gene expert and the sputum microscopy. And that will inform us as to what next step to do. And then, of course, for the IGRA, there's no gold standard for latent TB infectious screen. The WHO is still looking for the gold standard. But in the meantime, we will evaluate a new test, a relatively new test, against what has been existing. So that's what we are going to do. We are determining the positivity and the concordance rate of IGRA and TST. TST has been existing, but IGRA we are bringing it as a new. And the group of people who are going to be doing that are those who are HIV infected persons. But these are high risk group for latent TB infection. Those who are close contact of active TB cases, like healthcare workers, like doctors, like medical students, and nurses, and laboratory scientists, and so on. We form that part of the population, and of course, other members that are maybe household members that are exposed to those who are active TB disease. So our setting is, like I said, is multi-central. So we are leveraging on what has been on ground. We have the directly observed treatment short course clinic, which has been established a long time ago as a way of having a direct oversee on TB, drug treatment, and diagnosis. So we have 6 centers, 6 eligible centers. University teaching hospital and specialty healthcare facilities. One from each of the geopolitical zones, as shown by red there. And then we have 2 reference TB laboratories that has facility for MTB culture, one from the south, one from the north. So the one from the north is our national reference laboratory at the National Tuberculosis and Leprosy Training Center. This has capacity for TB culture, both by solid and by liquid culture. And then we have the one zonal reference laboratory at UCH that has capacity for TB culture, solid TB culture. And then our host facilities are our own Lautech and Lautech teaching hospital. And so we have the criteria to choose that. One of the criteria to choose the site is that they have quality assured AFB microscopy and gene expert facility. So that's one of the criteria. And so this is how we choose our sites. Our design is according to diagnostic accuracy. So we are guided by many guidelines, the STAR guideline, and standard reporting for assessment of diagnostic accuracy test and the quadrants tools. So that's what will guide us in our study design. Our study population is adults. I'm not doing that for children now. We want to start with the adult population, 18 years and above. And they are newly suspected to have TB by clinical science and by radiology science. And so they will be recruited from the Dot clinic. And then those that are for the IGRA as a close contact, like I explained before. And from the sample size that we have calculated, 450 is the minimum sample size for each of those studies. Of course, we have our ethical approvals from we already have that. Other centers are already in the process of getting that approval. So our field works involve recruitment, collect sample, collect data. And so the recruitment is going to be over a period of 12 months from each of those dot centers. And of course, we collect in require demographic, clinical, radiological data that we need and trained personnel that are going to be doing that. Of course, the same thing, we have our protocols to collect our sputum samples and collect our blood samples. This is the laboratory analytical method. I'm only describing the one we are testing. The one for gene expert and probably are already well described. But the TB lab workflow to detect active TB is going to be based on training of technology who are the ones that perform this TB labs at the host facility. And this is a very simple step. Just to show you that we collect a sample, we light the sample, we extract our DNA, we do here our anatomic preparation, we do our lab reaction, and we have results that can read visually. We don't have to use complex optical reading. We can read it visually by showing ability or using some fluorescence to see. And the time to test is approximately 1 to 5 hours. So it's a very, very visible, very, very robust method. And doesn't require very high technology. You can do it where there's no light. And then we have the IGRA as in that this is the workflow also to be done on trained technologies in various stages. Stage 1, we collect our blood, we incubate with our test. Stage 2, we do our human release, which is far better. This one, if this one proves to be better, it is more acceptable because we only collect blood once. If you are doing monthly test, you are going to inject somebody with something and then read it back in 24 to 48 hours. So this one is very, very possible. We're hoping to get a very good result. Of course, we have our analysis, which we are going to do. We have the various criteria we are checking in our analysis of the TB lab, the microscopy, gene expert, and then the culture, which is the gold standard, different standards. Gold standard 1, 2, 3, and we are going to do all of them. And to calculate the sensitivity specific predictive power. And then, of course, for the diagnostic performance of the IGRA against TST, we are going to use ON kappa and statistics to calculate whether there's an agreement, there's poor, moderate, good, very good, and perfect agreement. And that will be able to assess whether IGRA actually performs as well as TST or even better. So what are the research outputs? Well, The diagnostic performance of TB assay against microscopy and against gene expert will provide us with information on whether TB lab assay can serve as an alternative to sputum microscopy for the diagnosis of acute TB, particularly where we don't have access to gene expert TB assay. And of course, the positivity and concordance rate of the IGRA against the TST will also provide us information whether IGRA can be considered as a replacement for TST is screening of latent TB infection in high risk in Nigeria. So, what are our expected outcomes and some of the benefits? Well, a superior diagnostic accuracy of TB lab against sputum microscopy will support the form and support TB lab as a plausible replacement for the latter in confirming acute TB disease, or may serve as an add-on test. If somebody has tested negative on microscopy, then we can also go ahead and do TB lab in that setting. A comparative or superior diagnostic accuracy of TB lab against gene expert will support the deployment of TB labs as a complementary or as an alternative in the diagnosis of acute TB disease in rural settings, including as an initial test when we want to do a mass screening or want to do a mass case findings. We can use TB lab to deploy it to get a comparative accuracy in this study. And of course, a comparative or superior performance of IGRA against TST in a population setting where we have IPC vaccination and where there is also NTM infection. We think that this may be a possible replacement in this country. So, what are the impacts? What are potential impacts from what we get? Now, to deploy TB lab in Nigeria, and we believe it's going to be cost saving. Because the cost of gene expert from open market, gene expert for months, is about $17,000 in the open market. Compared to TB lab human TB, which is not about $2,695, I think $2.7. So you can see that we may be able to even buy about 5 TB, human loop for one gene expert. And so that's what we are saying is that if money can be saved from this, then that much money can be deployed elsewhere to alleviate poverty. And that's why we are linking that to no poverty. Now, the good guy is adding complementary diagnosis of TB lab. If we are able to do that with TB, we are able to make a diagnosis, and then we can deploy it as a case finding because it's more sensitive from what has been reported in the past. If that performs above sputum microscopy, then this will be deployed for any appropriate treatment of those who have disease. That will reduce mortality, that will reduce mobility, in terms of disability adjusted area from complication of TB. That will increase the health and social well-being of the public. And that directly links to good health and well-being. And we are linking good health, wealth, and well-being to education, because it's only when we are okay that we can be well educated. If you are deficient in many things, micronutrients, your brain is not well developed. So if you are well taken care of, you have a good well-being, social standards, and of course, you can also address quality education. Now, if we are able to accurately detect latent TB infection with the IGRA in population, that will also enable us to initiate any appropriate therapy for those who have latent TB infection. Because these are the reservoirs, and we have way to treat them. There's an isoniazid prevention therapy that can be initiated. But you can't initiate this person when you're not sure whether this person has this or not. But IGRA can give us that diagnosis. And so this will also prevent them from future progression to develop TB disease. So that will help us in eliminating the infection. And of course, that will be a good one for eradication. And that's thing with the SDG. And then when we look at the TB lab, which you said is applicable in diagnosis of many infectious diseases such as malaria, it can be applied not only for TB. So you can apply it for malaria, schistosomiasis, and some other conditions. So it can serve as a simple platform to get rid of many infectious diseases. And that will also be a potential cost-saving diagnostic platform. So that will also impact on SDG 1 and SDG 3. So what have we done so far? Now, this research project is for 24 months, and it's divided into three parts. What we call work package 1, work package 2, and work package 3. The work package 1 is a preparatory period, and it's about a period of 9 months. So these are various activities that have been assigned. Those ones that you see that I'm picking are those ones that we have been able to do so far. We're meeting of co-investigators and meeting of external preparation of research protocols. So those are the ones that we are able to do. We are still we have some issues, but because number one, the body didn't get in as we opt as, so we didn't start work as far as January. Our work started around June or July or thereabout. But we are still within the timeline for that work package 1. Work package 2 is the recruitment. That's 1 year. That's why we have our recruitment, we have our laboratory analysis, we have getting our data and all of that. So we are still yet to get there. And then of course we have milestones to monitor what we are supposed to achieve within that 1 year period. And then, of course, our work package 3 is talking about our collation, analysis, advocacies, and so many other things. So, this is part of what we have done so far. We are getting the expert from that. Many other centers are also working towards getting their expert. This is a very important part of the study. In any study that has to do with collecting samples from human beings, you have to get the approval because, one, they are doing a lot of things. They are also going to inject something into them because we are going to do the test, and that will have some, people can, as far as they have to, so we must have an approval. So this is a very big thing that we need to do. Many other centers, as they are also listening because they are joining they are on YouTube and watching us. So they are also, they are also trying to get the approval from those centers. And of course, we have our informed consent. This is also another important part of the study. We must get informed consent. What people must agree that you want to collect my sample. What do you want to do with my sample? You want to inject me something? What if something happens? Okay, so this must be. So we already have our informed consent. It's going to be translated into various languages in various places that we are needed. Okay, so this is what is. And then of course we have our data collection form. That's the basic data that we need to collect. And the TB lab as well. Yeah, I can talk about some challenges. I need to share those challenges with us. Is procurement a TB lab, equipment and media. It's not something that gets in the open market. So it's has to be imported. And even the importation is not just that you can just give it to anybody. You can't get it in China. You can't get it in the open market. You can't get it in China. For example, I had some contact that it was never there. So we got it through the Global Drug Facility, the Stop TB project, which is in Geneva, Switzerland, along with the United Nations Office for Project Service, UNOPS. They are not a good approval for anybody to get that equipment. We wanted to get it through the Global Fund, the National Development and Economic Control Program. There is no way we can get it. Though it is the Global Fund gives fund for the gene expert. Everything that we are doing on gene expert is by Global Fund. But Global Fund pay money directly to UNOPS. And there's no way they can take money from individual institutions. Say it's not possible. Okay, so we have to find a way around that. Because I discussed with the bossa and the director of audit. And how can Lautech import this directly? So that's what I wanted. I wanted Lautech to be with the United Nations, UNOPS, so that when eventually we got the federal government to say they want to adopt this thing and they want to import this thing, it has to come to Lautech. But that will not be possible because Lautech doesn't have the custom clearance or clearing or something like that. So we have to get a company who is registered now. They're one of the companies, Robert Scientific Company, who was recommended by Bosa and the director of government. And so we have submitted because we had interactions with them at INOS, at GDP. We have online. You have to ask a lot of questions that you cannot buy. You can't buy it and sell it to us. It is not commercial. You have to agree that it's not putting anything on top apart from the logistics that we need to clear it from the custom or get the NAFTA approval. So we are waiting for the enough approval for the purchase. And we are positive that we are going to get it. Now, the procurement of Elijah machine, we wanted to use, the initial plan was to buy 3 Elijah machines. And Elijah and the water and leader for the IGRS. However, because of the dollar, to scale it down to only 1. Actually, the problem started why I was doing defense at the tech. Because we found that the quotation was this dollar that is just fluctuating. What are you going to do? And they were thinking that maybe we have put some money over it. I told them, no, this thing is, the price are open. Go and see, nobody is going to put any money. The only thing I'm going to do is to reduce the number that I want to buy. Not that I'm going to over-inflate it and we are going to reduce it. So we are going to scale it down. And even we are still want to do the quotation because those that are bought, they are bringing them to the auditor. The quotation they brought, one in cover in the budget. They brought a quotation of 7 million. That was some months ago. Months ago. And of course, I think another person brought something to me recently is 4 point something million. I've been talking with some companies in China, and that's how it is. And that was the company I quoted for the tech fund. And the bow base is going to be about between 2.5 to 2.7. And bow base has been established in Nigeria. Most of I was in Abuja, National Hospital Abuja, all their equipment are bow base. So we are going to go for bow base. Although I'm bringing the thing quotation to the auditor to look at, but I think it's reasonable that I'll go for 2.5, 2.7, and go for 4.7. So that's the challenge that we are trying to solve. So I want to appreciate Tech Fund for giving us that opportunity. I want to particularly appreciate the Lautech Center for Research, Innovation and Discovery. And I'm going to repeat it again because I keep on saying the Lautech was one that assisted us. The project will have been a local project. We started as a local, we want to do our promotion. But when they saw the possibility of the concept road, we were advised that we should make it a national project so that we can get a national output. That this is a very so Lautech established organizing that workshop. That online workshop was a plus to us in our own group to be able to get this one. So thank you, Professor Adedosu, for the wonderful job that you did for us. We want to appreciate the Lautech community, the Vice Chancellor, ably represented by Professor Obukwe, the registrar, the boxer, the librarian. I saw the librarian. Thank you very much. Other Lautech, the deans, dean of faculty of basic education. I want to appreciate you. My colleagues, Professor Obitola, thank you very much. Professor Abaje, we keep on working together. We still have to work. There are many aspects that we can work together. Coming here, Nano Group, Professor Odurogbe, talking about TB, MINS, and HIV. So we have room to work together. I want to thank the Lautech teaching us to community where we are going to do the work for giving us approval to use that space. And it will be Tech Fund supported space. I want to thank all the collaborative teaching and specialist hospitals. They are listening to me online. Thank you very much for supporting this work, and I believe that we will get to our destination. Thank you so much.
I would like to thank Professor Sari for that presentation. So thanking him one time in that too. Mr. Vice Chancellor, while we do the oath of courage of exercise, what we need, I want to recognize Professor Nicholas Thompson. That's we have the representative of the University of Solari Technology. We also have the former dean of the postgraduate school and the head of the HRH Senate. I want to recognize a couple of basic leaders because was out of buying this block family. At this point, librarian, I'm asked to do this lesson. At this point, Mr. Vice Chancellor, members of the IT, this permits me to follow the director of the Lautech Center for Research Conservation and Study.
The acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Alwell Alidu, ably represented by the chairman, COPD, and my own dean, Professor Itibi. Also, I recognize the registrar of the university and secretary of the council, Professor Gule.
Yes. In view.
I recognize the Bosa is represented, the PI, Professor SSIO, Nigeria, Abumi, the house, welcome. The former chairman of COPD, Professor Olowe, who is literally a member of the team, and also by extension, the government was presenting, we are making some contribution and we are having some things. So by extension, you are welcome. The Professor Ogunsi, right? Adeshiki. Welcome. Professor Latif Agbaje, Professor Durombe, and all the audience, I welcome you to this Inception workshop. I'm very happy to be here, to witness the lecture titled Evaluation of Group-Mediated Isothermal Amplification, Assay Detection of Active Tuberculosis and Interferon Gamma Release Assay Screening of Latent Tuberculosis in Nigeria. This project represents a significant step forward in our collective efforts to combat tuberculosis, which is a disease that continues to pose a significant health challenge in our country. As we know, tuberculosis remains a major public health concern in Nigeria, with a high burden of both active and latent cases. When the presenter was presenting, you see there are some latent cases too that they won't show the infection, and that's the most dangerous. because before you know, the death will have been very close. So, the accurate and efficient diagnostic tools cannot be overstated as timely detection and appropriate intervention are crucial for reducing the spread of the disease and improving patent outcomes. The research focused on both active and latent tuberculosis through the implementation of TB lab holds immense promise for enhancing our diagnostic capabilities. As we embark on this journey, because we are journey together, it is important to acknowledge the significance of collaborative research efforts in addressing complex health challenges like tuberculosis. The coming together of experts from various institutions underscores the interdisciplinary nature of modern healthcare research. This project provides a platform for scientists, clinicians, and policymakers to work together to bridge gaps in our understanding and improving the landscape of tuberculosis, diagnosis, and management. I would like to commend TEDFund for supporting this research, because as you really listen to the PI, it is the first of its kind in Nigeria. So, and as we know that Lautech is always a pace setter, we are setting that pace for Nigerian companies. Also, I would also like to appreciate the management of the university, ably led by Professor R.O.M. Kanibu, which is ably represented by the chairman committee of COPD, for providing that enabling environment for them and for all researchers in Lautech. I urge all project team members to embrace this opportunity with dedication and enthusiasm. I also encourage open communication, collaboration, and pursuit of innovative solutions throughout the research period. In conclusion, I would like to reiterate my appreciation for your commitment in advancing healthcare research in Nigeria. The journey ahead may be challenging, but there's no doubt that I know that the team has the capability to be successful in their project. There's something that when the PI was talking about the impact, there's something that people want to listen to. What are the money? Because there's no SD money. When you are talking SDD money for me. There are so many impacts. And the first one is that, number one, to bring recognition to Lautech. And that recognition can lead to having a reference lab in Ogbomoso, in Lautech, in the whole of Nigeria, which means that it's going to be a health tourism to Ogbomoso, whereby people all over Nigeria, and even from the whole of West Africa will be coming, and we know the meaning of that. Then again, it will attract center of excellence, and Sarah is there. Sarah is there. They can collaborate together, and this center of excellence can come from TEDFund, can come from WHO. In fact, we are working on one with the PI now, and I know that very soon it will come to fruition. I know by the time this center of excellence comes around, it will employ so many people will be trained in this place, and also it will lead to a lot of IGR to Lautech. So on this note, I would like to thank everybody for your rapt attention. Thank you very much.
My special thanks of God to the teach that said, we have a man, the director of finance of the teaching institute, and also one of the mention that professor, sadly,
Good afternoon, the RTPC in absentia, being ably represented by the chairman of the committee of business, the registrar of the university, all the other principal and staff of the university, principal investigator, Professor S.S. Cairo, and all the investigators, all other investigators. I want to say good afternoon, and then all the participants. It's my pleasure to be here. I would have loved to be here earlier than this, but the union matter kept us behind. And you can't walk away from the union. Union are the usual headache of every management. So I'm not complaining. I think it's my lot. Having said that, I'm particularly delighted to be here today. And I believe it's the beginning of the new thing. Yes, the grant is to the university, but the research work is actually taking place in the hospital. So whatever glory comes out of it at the end of the day, I believe the hospital stands to benefit from the lion's share of it. And I believe it's a new chapter in the relationship between the university and the teaching hospital. We will encourage more of it. The team paid a positive visit to the hospital in the week earlier, and we assured them of our support wherever possible to ensure that they carry out the job within the stipulated time. Once more, I want to congratulate all the educators and the university community and the teaching hospital there.
we appreciate your presence and we thank you for informing us about Lautech, the university and the teaching institute are working towards the same. Thank you so much, sir. At this point, I would like to throw it to if anybody has anything to say. The registrar, sir.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't want to take our time by going through the protocol again. So I will recognize the acting vice chancellor represented by Professor T.J. the Dean Faculty of Pen Accountancy and Chairman Committee of Provost and Deans of the University. I also want to recognize the principal investigator class professor today and others too. I'd like to place you all recognized and everybody here so as not to take our time. I want to congratulate Professor Tayo for this good work that he has done, not only for himself, but projecting the name and image of the university positively, especially that not too long we are coming out of the crisis. And one unique thing I've seen about this project is that it has even brought synergy, cooperation, relationship between the university and the teaching institute. Usually, platform is made for the university, not for teaching institute. But the way as God is trying to bring us together to be able to do this work, I think it deserves to be. We should recognize it. And we appreciate the new ways of thinking, the new way of doing things that we are having now between the university and the teaching hospital, so that the learning system will go together and there will be no any form of disparity. This is one of the things that is bringing us together. I just want to pass it on myself and believe me. But from what you have brought up here, I know what I want to say is beyond the scope of what you have not found that you're doing. But I think it's that time we started thinking of indigenous technology in some of these our projects and research work. We have lamented now how we are want to get some of these events, minister with some organizations, and I thought I'm wondering why such very important details will not be available easily for research, for academic, and for health purpose. I don't understand. But maybe we should find a way of building a kind of into whatever we are doing, how to develop our indigenous technology to be able to take care of some of these things. So maybe later on we can expand or tell the colleagues that I will not be suffering like this. I'm sure if it was in Japan want to do this, we will have gone far by now. But see, 1 hour you are wasting, the dollars you are going to use, just and even when the money is available, you still have to go through a lot of protocol to get it. So, as I've said, I know it's not within the scope of what we want to do, but I think we should be thinking of that aspect when we are doing our research, so that we will have a breakthrough soon, and our work will not be made to be suffering and going through unnecessary protocol. Once again, congratulations to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that observation and comment, sir. Very valid as far as my question. I work for the university today.
Good afternoon. I don't want to take my time. Sorry, I came late. I just want to say kudos to both the teaching hospital and the university. My acting bachelor philosophy has been represented. I recognize this, sir, and all other eminent personalities that are present. I want to welcome you to the Michelle Hotel Library. This is the College of Health Sciences Library, and I'm happy that we are having the meeting here because this is the first time the teaching hospital and the university will be converging in the College of Health Sciences. That is great. This is our this is one of our mini conference rooms. I want to say that I congratulate Professor Sester. I cannot expect anything less from you. But sir, the tech fund they are trying to support the university, and in recognition of that, they have given us money and they bought books for us to support. We have so many books of literature that are very current and new. I want to invite maybe heads of department that are here to really go from the college to come to the university librarian's office to see brand new medical books and other textbooks that are related. But this supply that Tech Fund gave us, they really gave to medicine. I don't know why, because we already had the accreditation, but that was what we got. But one thing that I want to raise is that out of all these books, we don't have enough indigenous publishers. Please, anytime you are thinking about that, give us books that are produced locally so that we can have it will have both financial and economic gain, and it will encourage researchers. So the library is there to support you both in personnel, in resources, and in facilities. You are welcome to the mission of the Library College of Health Sciences.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I do not think there is much difference between item 5 and agenda and that's item 6. But the representative of the agreement, Mr. Lee,
Standing on the existing protocol, I want to think categorically that I'm happy to be part of this wonderful program. I have the goodwill message of the University Bosa, who is unavoidably absent to attend some university assignments outside the facility. They all asked me to tell you that he's very happy and glad to be part of this project, and that he's pledging his official support, as well as we want to encourage this group that anytime that there are financial issues, that it should be brought to him promptly, that which will surely always receive prompt and adequate attention. Thank you very much.
Like I was saying, I wouldn't know if there's any other person who wants something to show. Director of the services.
Okay.
Because I don't think we have anything to say. If I have the permission of the vice chancellor also to indicate the members of the meeting, can we go to the extent of the speech, letting us be presented?
Good afternoon, everyone. I have no formal speech to deliver. That before I go to the message from the acting vice chancellor, I'd like to remark. The other time when the registrar was being introduced, he was addressed as professor.
Thank you.
And it reminded me of one of the sons of my friend. We had a meeting in their home one day. We were there, about 5 or 6 of us. I think he felt that anybody that sits on chair is the chairman. Now say, chairman, go look. One chairman was clouded. One chairman was clouded. So we regarded all of us as chairman. So I think to some extent, by resonance, the registrar is sitting between two professors. So today,
It's transferred.
I bring greetings from the acting vice chancellor, and I also bring congratulatory message from him first to the college, secondly to the faculty, then to the teaching hospital. I also bring congratulatory messages from him to the research group. What has happened in Lautech of recent is remarkable. The applications that were received by RTL, you can bear me witness, close to 1,000. And the applicants were screened down to less than 6. Eventually, Lautech was able to grasp 3 out of this award. One in the college, one in my faculty, one in engineering. I'm being told by the director that we have 5 out of 50. So you can see that what has happened of recent is very, very remarkable. So on this note, I want to congratulate you on behalf of the acting vice chancellor, Professor R.O.R.
like I said, in a similar program that I attended, I said I can be perfectly regarded as an acting vice chancellor because I'm acting for the acting vice chancellor. Today, a formal foundation is being installed in respect of this research group. Because no matter how good is what you are doing, then the community around you must be sensitized. I raised an issue when I was attending similar program. One time in our botanical garden, we had enough money, we wanted to build more gazettes for people's relaxation. We were building it, we didn't mind anybody, we started. The physical planning unit, the man heading the unit was passing. Now saw people, what's happening there? They are building gazettes, we now branch and how to stop them. We were furious. Why? We had our money and we are doing it. He said no. If there is any problem as you are building what you are building now, they will not call anybody. But who? The vice chancellor. Do you expect the vice chancellor to say that he doesn't know anything that is going on within his domain? So we can now see that what is being done today is morally okay, officially okay, and legally supported. So what we are doing today is that we are building a formal foundation. Even if you are started, officially you are just starting today. It is a unique occasion because we need to celebrate it, and celebration has just started now. And I believe it's going to be a periodic. It has to be from time to time as the research progresses. So on this note, I want to congratulate you for starting well. And I believe you are going to end well. Yeah. I want to congratulate everyone here present because we had the opportunity to witness, yet like one of our elders in Nigeria, only was said the road like they are counting the number of years. All of them together, we add up 1,000. We are witnessing another good thing. So I want to congratulate us. With the permission of the congregation, as well as members of the title, because of our time, which is already past spent, the next thing to do now is to formally inaugurate the research group. I'm told that all the other members, except 2, are online. So we have only 2 members of the research group that are physically present. So I will now kindly request you to move out. On behalf of the other on behalf of the acting vice chancellor of Lautech at University of Technology, Professor Ron Kaliu, I hereby want to congratulate the Tuberculosis research group of this great university, and for wishing you well in the assignment that you are just starting, hoping that
you are going to end with success. On this note, on behalf of the Active Vice Chancellor, the research is held by today, Thursday, 24th August 2023, inaugurated. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Over to you.
Thank you. At this point, I have the pleasure of inviting us to hear this.
On behalf of the principal investigator, Mr. S.S. Nairo, and other co-investigators, I want to, from my heart, appreciate the presence of the Vice Chancellor, Acting Vice Chancellor, Acting Vice Chancellor, and all the other administrative staff and management staff here present, professors and the academic community, who want to really appreciate your suggestion, your contribution, your presence, and taking out your time has given out Lautech support and assurance that you have believed in our mission towards combating global TB challenge. And we know that it's going to be a beautiful ending. We appreciate you for coming. Thank you. God bless you. Muchas gracias. Thank you.
Before that, we need to respect our nation for the growth that is steady and assured. So please, let's rise to take the national